Welcome back to MidEast In-Depth, part of Levant TV's Press Reviews. Today we will be looking at the situation in Syria. Edward Dark writes an article on Syria and its recent position. The Al-Monitor piece is titled "Gloves Come Off Between Syrian Regime and the Islamic State." The writer says the Islamic State, arguably the most dangerous and brutal terrorist group in modern history, now controls more than a third of Syria, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, a prominent opposition NGO. The group's victories in Iraq have been repeated in Syria, though to a lesser extent and to even less media attention. The undeclared truce with the IS seems to have run its course, but meanwhile the Syrian army continues to launch airstrikes on the Islamic State's headquarters and training camps in Raqqa, an indication that the gloves are now definitely off. First Lieutenant Majid, an officer in the Syrian army who has been stationed in Aleppo for a while, spoke with Al-Monitor about the imminent showdown with the Islamic State. He said, "We are ready for them and we are prepared. We have some of our best military units now in Aleppo that have specifically been trained to combat them and have experience with the tactics they use. And of course we have our friends too," which is in reference to Hezbollah and Iraqi militias. Dr. Khalaf al-Muftah writes an opinion piece in the Syrian Times and he titles it "An Epic Project." The writer says the oath-taking keynote speech delivered by President Bashar al-Assad is of paramount importance as it sheds light on the ongoing circumstances which are encountered by the nation and the Arab states with regard to the terrorist war being waged against Syria and the Zionist aggression against Gaza in particular. Al-Muftah adds, "We all realize that all events are correlated and interconnected, but President Assad mapped out the future trajectory and the constellation of challenges facing the state and the Syrian society." The writer concludes, Assad diagnosed the general condition and means of weathering all challenges to serve the sublime interests of the country and live up to the expectations of the Syrians and their genuine doggedness to extirpate terrorism. Sam Wollaston writes in The Guardian a piece on Lis Doucet's film showing the tragedy and horror of traumatized and pessimistic children mixed up in the conflict in Syria. But hard as it was to watch, they deserve our attention. The Guardian features a piece on the film and it's titled "Children of Syria Review Say I Hate the Future So Much." The commentary is weighed down with tragedy and horror, an artillery barrage of gloom, every line delivered as if trying to outdo the last in the misery stakes. Hope and innocence has been lost. How does a child begin to understand when they see their parents bent over by the sheer exhaustion of simply surviving another day? The bodies of two children are brought out in sacks. Their brother was mortally wounded, their mother decapitated. Besieged Yarmouk in Damascus and Homs look like something between Hiroshima and a kind of Mad Max dystopia. There are not places you'd want to see in the real world, not in the 21st century anyway. Only the pigeons swooping about the minarets, free to fly where they please and unaware that peace on the ground here ended 4 years ago, look happy. Wollaston concludes these children lost parents and relatives and friends, or their own lives, certainly their own childhoods, plus the children of Gaza, of course. Children have been through so much, things that children shouldn't have to go through. They deserve some attention, to be listened to, not to be forgotten. That was it for today. For more updates, please visit our website levant.tv. You could also subscribe to MidEast In-Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching and bye for now.